Well, I have to say this. A lot of weak, weak people, they like to hide behind strong leaders. Now, admittedly, Vladimir Putin is a strong leader. He's a shrewd player. Is he a man of peace? Is he an honest politician? Incorruptible? Hell no. He's part of a gang of thugs. And he has an alter ego he likes to play where he's the fair and square politician, but he's not. He's not. That's an act. His church going's an act and all that. But when people compare the United States and they say, oh, Obama this or Obama that and Vladimir Putin this, there's a big difference right there because as an American, Obama is not somebody that defines the United States. He's an elected representative of the people of the United States. He's not somebody that, oh, I have to have this leader and I have to do everything he says and I have to follow him around and I elected him because I'm so weak, like people get behind Putin. They're so weak and they have to have a nice strong leader. You know what that's like? That's like what happened with Adolf Hitler. That's what happened like with any type of fascist country where you have to worship the person, a strong leader on the top. That is anti-American all the way. America stands for the Bill of Rights especially and individual rights. We only elect representatives to serve us. That's the difference, and at least that's the way it's supposed to be. People who worship a politician like he's going to solve all their problems for them already missed the point of what America's about. And then it goes for Americans too. So I have to say this, that people who are so staunchly behind Vladimir Putin, which I know he's a scam anyway, because of people do not want to dig below the surface. They want a hero to take care of their problems. So it's almost like, oh, if it turns out there's something wrong with that, they don't want to listen to it. They don't want to listen to it. But America's not about Obama, President Obama, or any other freaking elected leader. That's not what America's about. America's about limited government, laissez-faire capitalism. That's what it's supposed to be about. And the rule of law, which the rule of law is the Bill of Rights, which guarantees the freedom to every individual. That's something that doesn't exist in Russia, and that's something that Vladimir Putin does not want. But people who get behind a strong leader, they themselves are extremely weak. They're very weak people. I need to point that out. Basically, that's how fascists get in charge. It happens in many countries. It doesn't just happen in Russia, it happens in many countries. Weak people get behind strong leaders because they're going to take care of their problems. No, no, no. You stand on your own 2 feet and you take care of your own problems, and you only elect representatives that are supposed to serve you in a limited government that's governed by a constitution, especially has a Bill of Rights that helps keep a government in check. That's what the American system is about. It's not about a leader per se. People already say that and they start comparing leaders or whatever the hell it is. They already missed the point by freaking 10 miles. But if you get in deep, it's because they want to get behind a leader and have all their problems taken care of for them, taken care of for them, that they want to be blind to all the problems that are actually going on in Russia too. And Vladimir Putin is a very, very power-hungry person with an insatiable appetite. And they don't want to see this because they got their teddy bear hero that's going to take care of their problems. That's the problem right there in the whole world, actually, because people are too scared to actually act on their own and just cooperate with each other on their own instead of getting behind an individual and worshiping them like they're God. Nobody's God. That's all there is to it. No person is God. When people get behind a political leader like that, That's where the problems start, and that's actually what fascism's more or less about. You're basically supporting a, when you get behind that, something like that, you're giving up your rights, and because you're too weak to stand on your own 2 feet. And that's usually what I see with people that get behind Putin the way they do. I don't get behind Obama that way. I mean, I support him as the President of the United States, or the office of the President of the United States. He is an elected representative. That's what he is. And I don't get behind, I never even voted for him anyway. But I mean, the point is, that's not what America's about. Just to elect a strong leader so we can have all our problems taken care of for us. That seems to be the attitude in many other parts of the world. And you know what? If you just don't get it, and you really shouldn't be in the United States, period, if you just don't get it. Because the problem is, when we get strong leaders like this, most of the problems in the world, that's where they start. They get behind these fascists. And basically that's what Putin is. So if you don't like that, if your little teddy bear hero is somebody special to you, you got to think a little bit more about what the principles are of what should be in a government versus what should be in a leader per se. Because it's more important that you have in a country power to the people versus power to the leader. And people that want to give up that power to a strong leader are basically idiots. And they're actually one of the biggest problems that we have on this earth. That's really where fascism comes about. And that's where Nazism came about. When Germany got slammed down after World War I, they were in such a disarray. That was how that came about, where they had a strong leader to take care of the problems. And look where it led to. We don't need that in the United States, and we don't need that anywhere else. That's why I condemn anybody who gets behind a strong leader, like it's going to, if you start freaking putting out that crap where, this leader's this and that leader's that, and you know what? Vladimir Putin is none of that. He's a strong leader. He's a strong leader. But he's not, he is a corrupt leader. He's not an honest leader. It's an act. It's an act. The guy is loaded, and he's raping the Russian people of wealth. That's all there is to it. You talk about the Rothschilds. You got another style going on over in Russia. It's the same deal. And that's the absolute truth. But when you worship a leader and you give up your individual rights because you worship a leader, you already are saying that you are an extremely weak person.